Hi, I'm Rick Purvis. Welcome to Cartwheel TV. Today, we look at what to expect from your first race meeting.
And we check in with Brodie's mum, Kathy, and his sisters.
But first, let's get more from trackside.
Later we wind back the ears and look at some classic superkarting from Laguna Seca.
Looking for a new thrill? Why not try the adrenaline-pumping, heart-racing action at Kartworld Belmont? Located 15 minutes from the city, Kartworld Belmont has the answer for your next birthday party, bucks night, social event, or just a great night out. Our racing is done in a safe and controlled environment with our friendly trained staff available for all your needs. Kartworld can organise all your races, teams, catering and drinks, leaving you to tear up the track. Race for the finish line at Kartworld Belmont. Call 9479 1200 or visit kartworldbelmont.com.au.
On last week's show, we spoke to Brodie Kostecki about his plans to go to the USA and being supported by his entire family. Today, we talk to the family about that adventure.
Schooling's been a major part of the family decision, I guess, and are the kids going to fit in to living in another country? Are the girls happy with the move? As it's, the priorities obviously lies with Brodie.
Danica, what do you think about the move to the States?
Great, because my brother is really talented and he can go all the way.
Okay. Bianca, what do you think?
I'm very excited.
Yep.
It's a big family move.
Sure.
And we've all agreed on it, but we know Brodie has the potential to make it all the way.
Been a family decision?
It has been a family decision. We were over there with the boys last year for 3 months. Due to visa restrictions, obviously we had to come back as the kids couldn't go to school there. That was very difficult on us as a family because the boys stayed in the States and we were back here on our own for, I think the longest I went without seeing Andrew and Brodie was 5 months, which, any parent out there knows that was very difficult, especially considering Brodie in that time went from being a boy to a man. So it was hard on all of us. But, our decision is we want to keep our family together and we're willing to do whatever we can to help Brodie follow his dream. And, we're very lucky that we've got 2 daughters that are behind him as well. Brodie just owes them big time.
But, at this stage, winning races says it all. And, with the name, the Racing Kangaroo, a lot of people, can't forget that in the US.
The car that we actually got was actually a very good chassis. It's actually kind of an older chassis. The chassis was through a 04, so the people that owned it before us couldn't really get the car to work properly, so we purchased the car off them pretty cheap. We changed shock absorbers, bars in the car, pan-up bars. We just changed a whole bunch of stuff on the car, different kind of rims, that would change flex throughout the car. So we ended up getting the car to work very well until we actually won a lot of races with it.
And speaking of Racing Kangaroo, that's the website, isn't it? www.racingkangaroo.com?
Yes, that's
excellent.
Great.
So if anyone wants to follow your progress, that's the way.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, on Facebook and LinkedIn and for professional people as well. And
that's great.
We have all facets for anybody throughout the world to contact Brodie.
That's fantastic. Andrew, Brodie, thanks very much for your time today. I really appreciate you coming on the show and having a chat.
Coming up, we have Scotty's insights into what to expect at your first race meeting and some V8 action from MC Motorsports in Perth.
Looking for a new thrill? Why not try the adrenaline-pumping, heart-racing action at Kart World Belmont? Located 15 minutes from the city, Kart World Belmont has the answer for your next birthday party, bucks night, social event, or just a great night out. Our racing is done in a safe and controlled environment with our friendly trained staff available for all your needs. Kart World can organise all your races, teams, catering and drinks, leaving you to tear up the track. Race for the finish line at Kart World Belmont. Call 9479 1200 or visit kartworldbelmont.com.au.
Now's our Tech Talk segment with Scott Ould. He's going to show you what to expect when you turn up to the track for the first time.
Many clubs across the country do things differently when it comes to entering a race meeting, and depending on the size of the meeting, the closing dates also vary.
The best thing to do is speak with the race secretary at your club or the host of the event that you're looking to enter. They will be able to provide you with an understanding of whether you can do this online, via fax or mail. All of these details are also outlined in the supplementary regulations, which include the race format, timetable, and a lot of information about the race meeting. When you arrive at the track on the first morning, you need to go to the race secretary office to confirm your entry with the completed scrutineering form. This form is completed by you after checking that your kart complies to the AKA standards. I suggest for the first couple of times at a race meeting, you speak to your local kart dealer who can give you some helpful hints about making sure your kart is fully complied to the rulebook. After confirming your entry, it is time to go racing. Well, nearly anyway.
You'll have to attend a driver's briefing, and then it's race car.
We're out here with the RAC Centre and we're talking with Scott Reeves, who's one of the V8 driving instructors out here. And Scott, I'd just like to ask you a few questions about what you do out here in relation to the V8 driving school and what the students can look forward to when they come out to do some laps in the V8.
It's an entertainment experience. So they come out, they buy a certain number of laps, dependent on how excited about the whole thing they are. They'll jump into the car and we take them out, do a sighting lap, let them get used to everything, the gearbox and the brakes, and understanding where the braking markers and where we position the car on the road, and then we try and get them up to some speed.
That was bloody awesome.
Obviously they would enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely, they absolutely love it. It's a good experience. A lot of people haven't sat in these type of vehicles before with full roll cage, you know, big brakes, harnesses, seats. So it's a very different experience to what they're actually used to.
Now, with the car itself, it's a fairly heavy car. It's got a lot of power, little rubber contact patch on the road.
Absolutely.
Driving style for these things, to get them to go quick, what's the driving style?
Well, you have to be smooth. Obviously, you have to be very accurate where you place the car on the road. You've got a lot of weight to play with. They're quite a heavy car, so you've really got to get good weight shift in braking as well as lateral weight shift when you're putting the car into a corner. Really just want to be as smooth as possible. Very careful where you pick up the throttle. You really need to get the car out of the corner, get it straight. If you get on that throttle a little too early, just with the sheer weight of the vehicle, you're going to pick up either a lot of understeer if you're too early as you're trying to get the car to turn, or if once you've got the car to turn, you're a little too vigorous, she'll step out.
Now, a lot of guys that are involved in V8 racing have started out in go-karts, and we all know that go-karts are an awful lot lighter and a hell of a lot more nimble than these cars.
Absolutely.
But the basic fundamentals of driving a go-kart, where you need to be smooth, you need to be consistent, braking points are important, looking after your tyres, all very similar sorts of things with the V8, would you say?
Absolutely. You've got to be smooth. To go fast in anything, you've got to be very smooth. So that's always going to be the key, to try and get everything as nice and smooth and accurate and flowing as you can. Obviously, very different things to drive, so the actual techniques around, as I said before, the weight shift with the car. A bit more to play with there, but absolutely, smooth is key.
Yeah. When you're accelerating with them, you need to get the weight to shift first and then hard on the power. So they're a very different beast to drive, being rear engine to front engine. With these, is it a similar sort of thing? You've still got to get the front to bite?
Absolutely, you've got to get the front to bite, and that's where that weight shift comes into it. Sure. Sort of things that we talk about when we have guys in the car.
Back to third gear for this corner. Stay out wide for the turn-in. That's your turn-in marker there. Come across to the apex on the inside. From the apex, we go out wide to the exit. Braking marker over here again. Back to second for this corner. Stay out
Key thing with driving quickly is it's got to be smooth, but you've got to be really accurate with where you place the car as well, where you brake, and of course it all comes into that feel factor. The more time you spend in the car, the more feel you're going to get for that. But yep, certainly very different from a go-kart.
Your road car brakes are fine for road kart speed, but the brakes on race cars are absolutely phenomenal, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Look, we've got much bigger brakes, much larger surface area to play with, but also the pads that we're using as well in our race cars can operate at much higher temperatures. You find with a road car the pads are quite soft. I should say that the other way. Actually, they can be quite hard for sort of long life, but at the same time you get massive brake fade. So when you stomp on the pedal from a lot of speed, you might get one stop out of it, and then it's pretty much all over for a while until they cool down.
And with safety, obviously that's a big factor out here at the RAC, because naturally enough they don't want anyone to get hurt. So people that come out here for this experience, perfectly safe?
Absolutely safe. The guys, when they come out, the first thing they're going to do is go through a driver brief, about 20 minutes. So we do explain, they get a lot of information in that. Then we put them into full driving seats, obviously helmets as well, they get fitted up. Then we take them out to the car. Once we're at the car, we give them another brief on the actual vehicle itself, the 4-point harness that we use. And take them out onto the track.
Always an idea to keep everybody safe and happy at the end of the day.
Absolutely, everybody goes home. I must admit, I've been doing V8s now for over a year. We've never really had anybody off the track or anything like that.
That's fantastic.
So, very, very safe.
That's excellent. Scott, thanks very much for your time out here today, and enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
After the break, we delve into the vaults and look at some superkarting action from Laguna Seca.
Looking for a new thrill? Why not try the adrenaline-pumping, heart-racing action at Kart World Belmont? Located 15 minutes from the city, Kart World Belmont has the answer for your next birthday party, bucks night, social event, or just a great night out. Our racing is done in a safe and controlled environment with our friendly trained staff available for all your needs. Kart World can organise all your races, teams, catering and drinks, leaving you to tear up the track. Race for the finish line at Kart World Belmont. Call 9479 1200 or visit kartworldbelmont.com.au.
Have you seen our Cartwheel Grid Girls yet? Make sure you keep an eye out for them at upcoming events.
Now we have some awesome superkarts from Laguna Seca. Keep an eye out for the Aussies and the former 500cc Grand Prix world champion Eddie Lawson. The last time he had his ass this close to the ground, he got gravel rash.
The vehicles running in this competition are some of motorsport's best-kept secrets up until now. Sitting at the top of the karting food chain, these 250cc powered projectiles are capable of speeds approaching 150 miles per hour, and that spells excitement.